Insert clever opening here.
Is that our joke?
X-Force!
You were expecting a really witty, dry humor opening, weren't you? Well, today, I'm honestly out of X-puns here. So why don't you put your X-pun in the comments down below. What's up, everyone? Thank you for joining us once again on the D-Star01 channel. I'm your host, Dexter Arafiles, and I brought my wife,
Janelle Arafiles.
And today, we're going to be opening the brand new Marvel Legends set, X-Force Wave, also known as the Wendigo Wave. And we're going to open each one of these up, and we're going to look at paint and detail, articulation and scale, and accessories. And where can you get this at, hon?
DStarToys.com.
That's right, you can get this at www.dstartoys.com, your reliable source for awesome action figures. So enough of us talking. Let's open these guys up. Who should we open first?
Let's do the Cannonball.
Okay, we're going to open up Cannonball here. So she's curious about Cannonball. This guy is a mutant that could go really fast and travel really fast because he practically uses his... I think his mutant power is he can explode, well, not explode, like create fire or some sort of explosion where he can launch off the floor or ground. But here's the issue that I have with this figure right off the bat. He looks really cool. I remember owning a Cannonball figure back in the Toy Biz days, and he had legs. This figure does not have legs.
But he comes with a leg.
He comes with a... Okay. Yes, he does come with a leg, a explodey leg.
You
and
could say that he doesn't have a leg to stand on, but
no,
he does.
No, he doesn't. He does not. This is the issue that I have with this figure. He looks really cool, and let's look at the paint detail of his jacket and his face and everything like that. Look how cool this figure looks. There's even highlights in his hair. Look at that.
Cool.
Yeah, very cool. And he's really articulated and stuff like that.
A lot better than I was expecting.
Yeah, but the issue we're having here is that, sure, we're going to do this. You can take this off, right? I know we're starting this review not so well, and this is it. I was hoping he'd come with legs. He doesn't come with legs. Okay, he comes with a leg of Wendigo. Oh, I see what they did there. He does have two legs, but not his legs, essentially.
Okay, let's move on to stuff.
So that's really the issue I have with this figure. He looks really cool. I love the way this figure looks. This is the upper half, but then the bottom half, you just get the explodey bit.
I really like that effect, though.
Yeah, it's really nice, but I think he's incomplete. I mean, look at that. Look at him going like, going really fast, but... No, unfortunately. So that's
I would want to use that effect with somebody else.
I guess we can't really go into articulation and scale with this
just
guy.
Just with his arms.
Okay, fine. We can do articulation and scale. He does stand at 7. I believe that is 7 inches exactly. And we got to compare it with some sort of action figure. And here's a Hasbro Soldier 76 from Overwatch. And this is how he stands. We're gonna probably put him next to other Marvel Legends figures. And I think that's really, yeah, sure, why not? Let's put Vegito. I know in my last video I called this one Goku. Sorry, I was trying to get through that video really quick. So, yeah. I guess he does work really well with SH Figuarts, but that's about it. And then articulation and scale. We'll probably go through articulation and scale of the other figures, because he has no legs. Under 20 points of articulation. He does have ab crunch, too. Look at this. He has an ab crunch. But no legs. And then we have and essentially he does have a waist swivel. He has a joint here at his shoulder. He can't hug himself as well as I'd like, but he does have.
See what the problem is. I like him.
He needs legs. If he had legs, he'd be like the ultimate Cannonball figure.
But
in my opinion,
he comes with such a cool effect.
I know, but
Agree
the legs.
to disagree.
Okay. Anyway, we got double jointed elbow there. We have a ball and peg joint wrist there, and one at the neck, looking to be well under 20 points of articulation. And when it comes to accessories, he doesn't come with any. And we do get a Wendigo leg.
Wendigo.
I don't know how you guys say it. I always called it Wendigo, ever since I played the X-Men arcade game. So, I'm going to go boom boom here. and open up Marvel's Boom Boom.
I'm too old to go. Boom Boom.
And we're gonna look at Boom Boom here, and she looks really cool. I'd have to say X-Force's Boom Boom. It's really solid here, and I think this is probably one of the best looking figures in this set, in my opinion. Let's open her up. Let's look at paint and detail here. We got a pretty much straight up pink leotard here, but it looks really good, I'd have to say. It fits her for her character, and we do get a, like, what is this, vermilion colored boots here and vest. And most importantly, let's look at this wonderful face with the glasses and the bubblegum. And of course, let's look at this wonderful. Gosh. Yeah, the hair is getting really good on Marvel Legends. Let's look at that hair. Wow. That looks really, really cool.
And on the effects too. I mean, look at the...
Yeah, and her hand shooting out that blast right there. Mm-hmm. That looks really,
like, these
really
are really
solid.
Unique.
Hey, you're getting ahead of yourself. That's for accessories, okay? Now we can properly go through articulation and scale with this character because she has legs, unlike Cannonball there. And she is standing. Let's stand her back a little right now. She's standing at about 6¼ inches. Maybe a little bit more. And let's look at articulation. We do have an up and down here at the ankle. Really good rocker joint right there. That's really nice. Double jointed knee. We do get a thigh swivel with a ball joint there and an inner thigh. Like most female figures from Marvel Legends, no waist swivel. Unfortunate. So no ab crunch, even though she does have a six-pack for some weird reason. And we do have the swivel there at the upper waist. And we have the shoulder joint. No bicep swivel. Interesting. I guess it's just to keep her feminine look and aesthetic. I guess that's why they didn't put as many joints.
They really paid attention to the mold of like her muscles.
Yeah.
So I think that they didn't want to mess up that sculpt.
Right. I hear you. We get a single joint there at the elbow. We get the joint here at the wrist, and we get a ball joint there at the neck, looking to be above 20 points of articulation. Now let's move on to accessories. You do get a non-bubblegum blowing face, and she looks really awesome. Wow, that looks really cool. Yeah. I really like that. This one, I guess, is kind of to hold. I guess, is that really what it's for? I don't know why. I mean, when you have this effect piece already on there, I mean that's really cool. But we do get a regular non blast shooting hand, so we have just something like this, just like, let's go. There you go. And of course we get the other leg.
She comes with so
Wendigo.
much more than
what?
The Cannonball guy.
Yeah, well, Cannonball, I think Marvel Legends, they kind of like skimped out on this guy, in my opinion. But we'll go more in that in the conclusion. Now let's move on to the next figure. This is actually a very small set, in my opinion. Usually they have like 7 different figures, but today we only get 6. So, anyway, Marvel's Guardian. Can you guess where he's from? Can you guess?
I know I will be wrong if I say Guardians.
No. What country is he from? Come on, take a guess.
Canada.
Yes, he's from Canada.
Funny. I don't know this one, okay?
I barely know much about...
I'm sorry.
I barely know much about Guardian. All I know is that he's the leader of Alpha Flight, and Wolverine was part of Alpha Flight. Correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments down below. When Wolverine left for the X-Men, he got mad, and he's like, nope, you're coming with me. You're not going to be an American, Wolverine. You're coming with us. So he went over there to fight him. And clearly, the story goes, Wolverine eventually did not go back with him. But anyway, this is the hero of Canada. This is Guardian. Let's look here. We got the maple leaf there on the suit. We got his angry face there. He's sad that Wolverine didn't come back with him, unfortunately. And those eyes actually look really cool. Look at that.
Yeah, I love that pearly effect on his suit.
Yeah. The eyes look really cool because he has like eyeshadow that's properly painted really well. The suit looks really cool. It's pretty much just a plain like leotard type suit. Nothing else added to it. Red and white. So let's move on to articulation and scale. Articulation, I guess because our Cannonball did not have it, we should do articulation and scale on this guy. So this is 6 3/4, and we have up and down there at the ankle, and here we go. Look at that shin swivel.
Cool.
Double jointed knee. thigh swivel, and ball joint already. Wow. Really
Everything
cool.
you ever want in a toy.
Everything you want in a Marvel Legends is here in this figure. We got waist swivel, ab crunch for those those crunches, and we get a shoulder joint right there. Ooh, clicky. It's clicky. It's clicky. Bicep swivel, double joint elbow. We get a wrist swivel right there, or a wrist joint and a ball joint there at the head, looking to be well above 20 points of articulation. And you know what? I kind of just want to rip off his legs and put it on Cannonball. I really love this Cannonball figure if he had legs.
This is getting violent.
Okay.
It's okay that he doesn't have legs.
No, it's not okay. It is not okay. Like, okay, I'm going to post the picture right here. Hopefully I don't forget this time. This is... I did forget last time.
Yelling to future Dexter, okay. Don't forget.
Don't forget, future Dex. This is a old Cannonball figure I had as a kid, okay? And this one had legs, and I said, this would be so cool if
that
later on it was,
accessory.
It should have been his accessory. Like, come on. Let me look how cool he looks.
I just love that effect. It's just so different from other effects.
I know, it does make him different, but he needs legs, okay? He needs legs. Let's move on. Oh, yeah, by the way, you get the body of Wendigo on that one. That's pretty cool on Guardian, and the tail, which is really nice, too. So let's move on to one of everyone's, I think, everyone loves Mr. Sinister here. And he's one of the biggest X-Men villains. And let's open him up and let's see what's going on here. He should be really good. This is one in the set that's there's one in a case, or actually most of them are one in a case, but this one I think is going to be the hardest one to find in my opinion. Yeah. Because he's a very popular X-Men villain, one of my favorite villains. Mr. Sinister here, and we got all kinds of stuff going on here, and they actually got his cape right, which is bent like that, which is really cool. Whoa, look at that. They even cut each individual, well, not each individual one, but just enough to get the effect going here. And yeah, there's Mr. Essex right there, looking really, really solid. Let's look at this maniacal looking laugh face.
That is a scary face.
Ooh, that is a scary face. Looking really cool. And of course, ooh, look at that. We got the nice hand there. Look at this metallic skin or metallic armor going on here. Looking really, really solid. Villain of most mutants. And yeah. Oh, wow. I think this is one of my favorite villain figures from Marvel Legends. This thing just looks absolutely amazing. And we get all the articulation points. So let's see how tall he's standing. He's standing at 7 inches tall. Maybe if you want to go up to here.
7 and change.
Yeah, 7 and change. And yeah, what else does he come with? Is that it? We get the Wendigo arm. And that's it. I was hoping it comes with some like telepath effects, because he is a telepath, but you know what? I'm fine with this because he just looks really cool. Yeah, seriously, this mold. Let's just look really close at this mold. No hands. Just enjoy how beautiful this figure is.
Really
and that's
cool.
Really cool, really scary. Really love this figure. Wow. Okay, let's move on.
First.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be one of the first to leave. Now, this is like my 30th Wolverine figure.
I feel like we've unboxed Wolverine a lot this year.
Yeah, so much Wolverines, so many. Marvel, can we stop getting the same Wolverine?
We love Wolverine.
Right, but there's just too many Wolverines.
But there's a lot.
There's a lot of Wolverines going on.
Space it out.
And we don't even get a cinematic Wolverine, which is really sad. Because, you know why we don't get a cinematic Wolverine?
We're going to get a lot of him next year.
We might, but now we will. But back then it belonged to Fox, and Hasbro did not. Yeah. So there you go. So let's look at this Wolverine. You know what? I always thought he would be the same mold. He's a little bit different. I think he's a little bit shorter than the current Wolverine mold. But nothing is really that different. He's Wolverine in his X-Force gray and black uniform.
Which is nice. The coloring is different.
But here's the difference between this Wolverine and every other Wolverine figure. Let's look at these claws. They actually gave some girth to these claws so they look more comic-like. Most Wolverine figures do not come with claws that look like this.
That's true. They're a lot thicker.
Yeah, these are definitely a lot thicker, and the older ones are just straight. So this is really cool. I mean, if you want all the Wolverines, this wouldn't be a bad Wolverine figure to add. even though he's practically the same X-Force Wolverine figure that you always get. But the difference here is the claws, and also I noticed the gray is a little bit more gray. It's just a different type of gray.
It's like a matte gray.
Yeah, it's like a matte gray, and that looks really, really cool. When it comes to articulation, I think there's nothing really that different. I think the only thing is we don't... Oh, yeah, do we? No, we don't get a shin swivel, but everything else is there. And he does have butterfly joints, as you can see right here. So that's that. So he can sort of hug himself. And let's see how tall he is. He's generally a shorter figure in terms of, like, other X-Men and Marvel Legends. And let's see how tall he's standing. He's standing at about 5.5. And there you go. Any other accessories he comes with?
No, this one.
Okay, so he comes with a head of Wendigo. One more thing before we move on. I want to see if his claws are removable. And I don't think they are, actually. I think if they are, I don't really want to try too hard. Because I just really like... Yeah, I don't want to mess it up. And he looks really cool with these super thick claws. And then here's the head of Wendigo, which we will assemble at the end of the video. We're already down to the last figure?
Woo!
Really? Man, it feels so like when they're missing one, it just goes by really quick. So this is Nightcrawler. This is also a really popular figure in this set.
One of my favorites.
Yeah, so this X-Man or X-person, he I think they put the most care in this figure because they gave him a sword, they gave him two different... You know, I feel like there's a little bit unfairness here going on here. And I'm going to tell you why. Man, he comes with everything. Okay, let's look at that. You even get his signature sword, fencing sword. Is fencing sword? Yeah, I think so. You get his sword, and I know we shouldn't go through this until the accessories, but I just think this is totally unfair. Everyone else, I believe, deserves this kind of treatment. You get an extra hand, and you get a yelling face, and a face. This isn't fair. I think everyone deserves extra faces and accessories. And how come Nightcrawler in the set comes with two extra heads, hun? Come on.
Because I like him.
Okay, Nightcrawler is a fan favorite, and he is a fan favorite of me. So let's look here. And let's look at Kurt here, and look at his... I am a lonely orphan. Wait, did I do that right? I'm sorry, I forgot his accent.
It's not French.
It's not French, is it? Look it up. I remember.
It's not a French
Sorry, it's been a long time since I've watched the X-Men animated series, or even thought about Nightcrawler for that matter. So here you have it. He is super articulated as he should be, and the tail is really nice too. And we got that classic X-Men suit right there. That looks really, really nice. And let's look at... I know we already looked at these faces, but let's put it on him.
Oh, it's supposed to be a German accent.
Oh, German. Okay, he's German. Sorry. That's really difficult, and there you have it. He's really angry right there. And let's put the sword on him, which I believe it does go in this hand, because it's the only one that's gripping something. Everyone give me a second here. And there you have it with the sword. Oh, that looks really cool. Look at that. That looks absolutely amazing. And we get another hand just to match with that hand. And let's take out the angry mutant face, and let's put the smirking face, or hanging upside down face, as I'd like to call it. And there you go. And you teleport. I think that's about it. But out of the entire set, I know I shouldn't complain here, but I'm going to. I'm sorry, hun. Mm-hmm. He has the most stuff, and I think everyone else deserves the Nightcrawler treatment of different heads and at least one accessory. That's my opinion. Okay, so that figure is clearly the best in the set in terms of everything you get. Paint and detail, articulation and scale, and everything like that. Oh, I didn't even see how tall he is. Hold on 1 second, guys. I'm going ahead of myself. Let's see how tall he's standing after he's standing up real tall here. And there he is. He's standing at about 6 inches and maybe a little bit more. So there you have it. Really, really nice figure. Already went through accessories. And last but not least, we get the arm of Wendigo. And we're going to start to put him together. And we will be right back. All right, we're back. And we just built Wendigo really quick. And he looks, so terrifying. What do you think, hon?
Wow.
Look
I
at this
love these
face.
Build-A-Figures.
Let's look at that face. Whoa. Scary face. We even get blood on the teeth there. Wow. Looking really cool. We even got shading on the eyes, around the eyes.
The texturing.
Yeah, the texturing and everything. He's got blue. We got white. Look at the hair. This is... Wow.
Really cool.
This figure is amazing. I'd have to say this is like one of the best Build-A-Figures they've made in terms of just how he looks and how articulated he is. And he looks like he has 20 points of articulation just like most Build-A-Figure figures. And he poses really well. Actually, let's see if we can get some poses in here. Attacking. There you go. There you go. Something like that. That looks really, really awesome. Paint detail is absolutely amazing. Tail does articulate. Wow. This is a really cool Build-A-Figure. And I could see why a lot of people want this one because he looks really, really cool. So let's stand him up and let's see how tall he is. And we'll go through scale. He's pretty much has over 20 points for articulation. Don't want to go too much into that. And he's looking to be at, let's see here. He is standing at, what is that, 9? No.
A little over 8.5.
Yeah, a little bit over 8.5 inches. Really big Build-A-Figure. All right, so let's stand these guys up, and we will go over the conclusion.
I appreciate this set for what it is. I know you're bummed that there's only 6, but I kind of appreciate that there's only 6 in order to make the Build-A-Figure.
Uh-huh.
While I am a little bit bummed that we're having to recycle Wolverine a little bit, it makes sense to have X-Force Wolverine going along with
Other X-Force characters.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I do
Absolutely.
appreciate that. I love Nightcrawler. I think that he is really well done. The shading and the sculpting for this entire set is just spot on.
Yeah.
While Boom Boom looks a little bit like Dazzler, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, you're okay with that. I mean, she looks cool. The
She's
head sculpt's perfect.
She's unique
in my opinion.
in her own image.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Okay. So you guys already know my negative. It's mostly in Cannonball. And the fact that, how come Kurt here gets like a bunch of accessories, but everyone else doesn't?
Good Wagner is awesome.
That's true. Everyone's been asking for a new Nightcrawler figure, and they did deliver 100% on that figure.
100%.
Yes, very, very good figure. Everything else is fantastic. Mr. Sinister is the second in my book. And you know what? Wendigo, fantastic figure as well.
Figure.
Man, that Wendigo is absolutely amazing. Boom Boom, excellent head sculpt. Wolverine, even though it's the same sculpt as most Wolverine figures, I gotta appreciate those claws. And Guardian looking really cool. Love that head sculpt and everything like that. Paint detail. This set is definitely worth it. I'd have to say, just so you could build Wendigo and you get all kinds of other figures. Man, this set's great.
Yeah, because I'm going to
great.
be using that Wendigo to pose with Dean and Sam Winchester eventually, whenever that does happen.
If that does happen. Well, anyway, I think that's all we have to say for today. Where can you get these figures at, hon?
dstartoys.com.
That's right. You can go to www.ustartoys.com, your reliable source for awesome action figures. Thanks for watching. Do not forget to rate, comment, and subscribe.
We love it.
And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Here come the heroes to save the world from destruction. They are X-Men.
Hey you! Thanks for watching. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Where? Right here. Not there, right here. You. And thanks for watching. So, rate, comment, and subscribe. Right here, right there, right here. Yeah.